We're going to look at factoring out a monomial out of a polynomial. So basically what we're trying to do is undistribute. We know how to distribute, have a number in front of parentheses and multiply it to everything inside. Now we're going to work backwards with that. We're given the answer. We need to say what gets distributed to everything. So in order to do that, we need to ask ourselves, what do we share in all of our problems, in all of our terms? So here we have a binomial. We have one term, two terms separated by the minus sign. I need to ask, what does each group, what does each term share? In this case, we share a 3. So 3 is going to be that number that gets getting distributed. 3 times what gives me 15x? Well, now we got to kind of do some math and work kind of blindly here. 3 times 5x. 3 times what gives me negative 3y? Well, I have a positive, I need a negative. We're going to say just 1y or just y. Now, you don't need those little distributing lines, but 3 times 5, if we were to check ourselves, gives us 15, carry the x. 3 and negative 1 gives us negative 3, carry that y up. Cool, we just factored a monomial. And all we're doing is this distributive property, just kind of a little backwards. Next, sometimes we have numbers and variables that we share. So 27, 18, we both share a 9. That's what we pull out. That's what we factor out. We also have x squared and x. Now remember, this x squared really says I have 2 x's, and there over here I have 1 x. I have at least 1 x in each group. I bring that out. Now I need to ask, 9 times what gives me 27? 9 times 3. I have 1 x. How many more do I need in order to come up with 2 x's? I need 1 more. 9 times what gives me 18? We're going to say 2. I have 1 x. How many more do I need in order to have 1? I don't need any more. Congratulations, you're done. Sometimes you could have a trinomial that shares something. So let's see what we're going to take this in pieces first. So let's start with the numbers. So 12, 6, and 2. What's the number that they all share? In this case, we all share a 2. Okay. X's. Now be very careful. I have x's and y's. I have exponents of 2 all over the place, and they all look very similar. So let me break this up. Up here we have x and 2 y's. Here we have xx, 1 y, xx, yy. The exponent goes to what's directly in front. In this case, this 2 goes just to the y. This 2 just goes to the x, and these 2 go for each of them. So now I'm going to ask x's. At least how many x's are in every group? Well, I have 1, I have 2, I have 2. There's at least 1 x in every group. Y's, I have 2, 1, 2. There's at least 1 y in every group. Okay, that's what we have to factor out. Now let's see what the other term looks like. Now we have to undistribute. We got to like distribute blindly, I guess. So 2 times what gives me 12? 2 times 6. I have xy. I need xyy. I need 1 more y to make that exponent of 2. All right, 2 times what gives me 6? 3. I have xy. I have xxy. I need 1 more x to give us x squared. 2 times what gives me 2? Well, just 1. I have xy. I need xxyy, or I need 1 more x, 1 more y to give us the exponent of 2's. And we share nothing else in here. Congratulations, you are factored. That's factoring out a monomial from a polynomial.